Hi friends, good evening. I'm Srinivas. Hope you are doing good. I'm also good. Today, one quality of a human being which determines the personality trait of a person is one important quality a person should have is patience. My dear friends, patience is such an important, great strength of a person. If a person is having a greater patience, he has his self control, he has very good mind control, and he develops relationships, and his careers are very great if a person has a patience. But unfortunately, my dear friends, today we are losing patience so quickly when compared to past. There are so many reasons. It may differ from person to person, but overall, if you see in the world, we are losing patience. We are seeing so many incidents for a small reason, a person getting excited, and it is going into the even to the extent of killing other person. In Mumbai, just 2 3 days back in a local train, a person just it was raining and he said to close the door. The other person got irritated and he stabbed him. Similarly, on road rages are happening. If you honk, if you say don't honk here, then there is a big road rage. Lot of things are happening. This is all these reasons is because people are not having patience. Please understand, we have to develop this. Yes, there are certain reasons why people are losing patience nowadays. Earlier, people are having good patience. Why they are losing nowadays? There are 2 3 reasons. One is instant gratification, my dear friends. Because today everything is online, smartphones, online shopping, everything is instant. So what a person expects is immediate result. Patient is people are unable to wait. They don't want to wait anywhere. They want everything instant because of this changing world. So that is instant gratification. He wants everything instant. So because of the environment around us, that number one. Number two, information overload. See, we are getting smartphones, social media, lot of mails we get. So what we do is our mind is loaded with lot of stress. If person is having more stress in the mind, he has less patience. Please understand. So therefore, this is information world, technology, information overload is happening. Number three is stressful lifestyles. We all know that we are undergoing a very stressful lifestyle because of work pressure, because of family responsibilities, because of financial concerns, because of long commuting to the job and coming back, traffic jams, so on and so forth. The person gets irritated. So if your mind is agitated, you have less patience. There are bound to be less patience. So this is one of the reasons. And most importantly, lack of rest, my dear friends. We are not having proper rest, we are not having adequate sleep, and we are not doing proper exercises, regular exercises. This also leads to the disturbed mind, and then you will lose that quality of patience. And more importantly, if you see in the spiritual perspective, we are not reading good books. I think one example like Bhagavad Gita, if it says that if you are if you read good books, you will develop that quality of patience. And if you are having that patience, you will have a very good self-control, correct? And you will take a good decisions. Once you are in self-control, your decisions are good decisions you take. So that is also one of the reasons we are not reading good books and all. So now, practical ways to cultivate patience. 2 3 points I want to mention how to cultivate patience. Number one is pause before reacting. This is what is happening in today's world. We take immediate decisions. We don't think a second. Am I talking? Am I conveying the right message? If you just pause before reacting, you can develop that patience. That is very, very important. So that is one. Practice certain qualities like some small exercise like deep breathing and meditation. It may make you a self-control. You can control yourself by doing a deep breathing, pranayama. This will definitely help in developing patience and reducing stress levels. And limit unnecessary screen time. Today we are all spending more time on our mobile phones and television sets, my dear friends. Lot of social media is very active, so this is also one of the reasons. So let us limit that screen time. That is very important. And as I told earlier also, get sufficient sleep. At least sleep for 6 to 7 hours. We have to sleep for 8 to 9 hours, but we need to sleep for at least 7 to 8 hours. We should have the rest for our mind and body. then the person develops the quality of patience. That is very, very important. And reading good books, my dear friends, there are plenty of, and we all have forgotten reading books nowadays because everything is in smartphone, everything is instant. By reading a good book, I think if you develop the habit of reading the good book, then definitely you can also improve your being a patient. That is, having that quality of patience will be developed. And advantages of being patient. That is, number one advantage is you take better decisions. You will not take any unnecessary decisions when you are impatient. If you are impatient, you take unnecessary decisions. So you'll take better decisions. Number two, you have reduced stress. If you have reduced stress, your health, your blood pressure is under control. So stress levels, anxiety levels come down. That is a clear-cut advantage if you are having patience. Doctors have also told that medically it has been proven. And you have stronger relationships, my dear friends. You develop good relationships in career, in person or in career, you can have good relationships. It will definitely help you in your career growth. That is very important. And you have greater success. Always, whenever any field, you'll be a successful person if you are having that, having a patience, having the quality of patience, and you will you will develop the emotional maturity. You will talk in a very matured way. Other person he will be interested in listening to your tone, listening to your talk, because you talk very maturely if you develop that quality. And finally, you will have the spiritual growth also. Correct. So finally, what I want to say is, in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says one thing. He teaches us that you must be in happiness or sorrow. If you are same, your mind is same. You are being patient in both sorrowful conditions and good conditions, pain or pleasure. You will develop a quality of self-control, my dear friends. He says that. Self-control means your mind is controlled. You're always a matured person. And this is one of the very good personality traits a person can develop by being patient. My dear friends, so let us develop the quality of being patient. You should have that quality of patience. Then only you will be successful in life. Thank you. Next time we'll meet with a new topic.